Alright, this film was taken in Polpis in 1926 and was taken by my father and records members of the family. It's surprising that picture you see now of the ponies racing to the barn, now it's complete forest. But in those days, Polpis was very bare. In those days, we took a boat from New York to New Bedford and changed over to another boat to come to Nantucket. This is I believe, the Jetty's Beach in Nantucket. It's my mother there with some friends. Now this is back at our Polpis place, which I mentioned earlier. It is right on the Polpis Harbor Road, the little road that goes down to Polpis Harbor. In my day, there was a very attractive front entrance on the Harbor Road side. That is now gone. I've always felt that this may have been the Polpis Inn, which is recorded in many histories of Nantucket. That is my mother in an early Franklin car. She used to go to market once or twice a week. This apparently is Nantucket Harbor, I guess. Oh yeah. And downtown Main Street, Lower Main. For those cars of that era, that kind of dates the film. And the bank at the head of the street, and there's my mother and greeting someone, my sister Patty, another local gentleman. More of the family.
You can hold the microphone a little closer, because what happens, the projector noise overrides that, and we won't be able to get it on the tape.
More pictures up. I think it was a Mr. Bennett antique dealer from which Mother purchased antiques. And the man on the horse was old Mr. Wire Stables. Well, there's my little brother driving an old station wagon, one of the early Chevrolet station wagons. Now we're back at the Polpis house, riding ponies. We did a lot of riding of ponies. There at the side is the entrance that used to exist. It no longer is there. That is on the Polpis Harbor Road side. My father built the entrance you see here, which was good or bad. At that time there was swamp, as you can see, or rather always water lying in there. And our most exciting ride was up to the barn, which until last year still stood. That was in 1986 or 7. It was finally disappeared. In the distance, I don't see it right now, but in that direction where we're riding was the old Coffin farm, which was down on the harbor. And the Chadwick farm, which is now gone also, that was, I think we'll see a view of that. There's that little archway. Let's see. That was the Coffin farm in the view. That was down on the Polpis Harbor. This is our so-called backyard. There's the Coffin farm, which no longer is there. The Grossmans have now taken over and built new houses there. This building remains very much the way it was at that time. More ponies, more children. There's a good view of the old Coffin farm. What was the Coffin farm? I pitched a lot of hay into that barn. But you see how bare the landscape is. Now you can't see any of that view. Look at that. There's the Chadwick farm, right next door. See how close the steamer used to pass to the crossrip. In fact, everyone that could would throw newspapers to the crew. Now we're arriving in Nantucket. And that is, I'm not sure. I believe this is taken from the Widow's Walk, if you could call it that today, at Polpis. And sort of a panorama from the top of the house. And this is the entrance. There's entrance to Polpis Harbor. There's Polpis Harbor. Now you should see the Coffin house coming up again. There it is. Or was. He's starting again. I forget the names of those other farms in the distance. There's our barn, which is now no longer exists. That's the road to Wallwinnet right there. There's the road to Sconset beyond. Now here's the Chadwick farm, which no longer exists. Here's our old 1926, I guess, station. Notice how far you can see with the lack of trees at that time. Oh, this is Mr. Chadwick. Old Mr. Chadwick. There's a very good shot of him here. Lasts quite a, as I recall, quite a length of time. He was our farmer.
His grandson's downstairs. His son is downstairs right now.
Oh, really? Well, Alkin Chadwick, maybe.
That's Alkin.
Yeah, he's here, and Stuart Chadwick was Alkin and Stuart. There's Stuart Chadwick, who's no longer living, I understand. We used to get our milk and vegetables from the Chadwicks, and I used to work in their field, in their garden. Oh yes, my first job. I used to have to take the cows out every morning at 5 o'clock, for which I probably got $1.50 or something. Oh, there's the Coffin farm, very clearly. Oh, here's my oldest brother. You can see he knows how to ride. Again, look how open all that landscape is. Can't see any of that today at this distance. Here comes Rennie, posting like a professional. This film, I believe, is of the Nantucket Yacht Club and surrounding water.
Oh, wasn't that one of the carnivals on Old North Wharf?
Very likely it's a carnival down on the waterfront. I don't see the yacht club yet, but do you recognize those? There's my mother. Do you recognize those buildings there?
Yes, it's Old North Wharf.
Old North Wharf, that's where it is, yeah. Was that the skipper? No, wait a minute.
That might be the Yacht Club lawn. I have stills of that. People at lunch there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it doesn't look.
No, it doesn't.
The buildings are all wrong.
I thought perhaps I saw the bowsprit of the old skipper.
Yeah.
That's the way the harbor looked before. The film of my sister Patty's wedding in 1934, and the reception was at the Yacht Club. And I certainly can't recognize any of the pretty bridesmaids today. It may be Carl Adams, that man on the left of George Cameron. George Cameron and my sister Patty were married that day. Yes, that's Carl Adams. Just stepped out of the group.
Yeah.
That gives you sort of a panorama of the yacht club in those days. There's tennis courts. In the rear of the club. Looks very much the way it does today.
Ooh.